guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a wig using SuperNova's hair. So I got a 20-inch closure and three 22-inch bundles. So starting off with the closure itself, it's stitched really nice. It's very sturdy. The edges of the closure look really nice, like no issues at all. A pretty decent size too, like it's not a really small closure. The bundles are all the same in length. I noticed no smells on the hair or anything like that. The wefts look really nice. To purchase this hair, you will spend about $176 on the exact lengths, but I will be doing updates, so stay tuned. First and foremost, I just go ahead and I co-wash the bundles. During this process, I did get very minimum shedding. It wasn't a whole lot, but it was something that I just wanted to note. I just think because I am like just going through the hair for the first time, brushing it, making sure that I get that predetermined curl pattern out. After washing the bundles, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the closure. I'm just going to bleach the knots, so I'm just using some powdered bleach and some 40 volume developer. Now, I was literally running out of a developer, so I had to mix two together. And I would recommend wearing gloves because I did get bleach all over my hands, but you really only need the tiniest amount of the bleach developer mixture to get the desired results. You can see like this is literally the amount that I needed. I even added just another scoop of powder in there. So now I'm just going to lay some aluminum foil on the counter and place the closure on here, and now I'm just gonna lightly put the bleach onto the knots of the closure very thinly. Like, you don't want to press too hard into the closure. Once you've finished applying the bleach to the closure, go ahead and just fold over the aluminum foil and just kind of sandwich it in. And then 30 minutes later, you should see that, your knots have lightened up in the back, and you can check around the front. If it's not, then let it sit a little longer. But now I'm just going to rinse the bleach mixture off of the hair first and then apply some shimmering light blonde and silver shampoo. This helps to get rid of any brassiness that the bleaching could have left behind. So I'll go ahead and do a first rinse to just get rid of all the possible bleach on the hair, and then I do a second wash and let it sit on the hair for like 2 minutes, and then I just follow up like I did the bundles and condition the hair. So this is what it looks like after. Now that all the bundles are prepped, we can go ahead and start creating the wig. I'm using a table mannequin head stand, a mesh dome wig cap, some thread, 3 threaded needles, and my mannequin head. Now my mannequin head is sized to my head, so if your mannequin head is not, then that is probably something that you want to do. This just ensures that your wig will fit your head. So let's go ahead and get started creating the wig. I'm just gonna line my closure up to the front of my wig cap, and I'm using T-pins to hold it in place. Now T-pins are not necessary, but they do help a lot, so it's something that I would get as well. So it just allows me to get the best position for my closure and to pull it tight so that my closure doesn't have any lumps and bumps in it when I go to actually wear my wig. So then what I'm going to do is just start sewing along the side of the closure, and you'll see that once I finish this side, I'm not just going to go around. I'm going to go ahead and switch it over, cut the thread there, and I'm going to turn my mannequin head to the other side. So I'm sewing both sides separately, not together. And then once you reach the back part of the closure, you can just go ahead and, just go ahead and sew from there. But you want to make sure that when you first start sewing the closure that you're sewing the side separately, and then you can do the back. I'm sure that we can agree that my stitching looks really nice and close, so keep it close when you're stitching. So now we can move on to the back. So I'm doubling all of my bundles. Like I said, every bundle that I have is 22 inches, and it's going to be doubled for this wig. Normally I don't, but sometimes I'm like, wow, I wish my wig was thicker. So now I'm just doubling my bundles on this one. So when I start my first track, I kind of make it small, like, how the nape of your neck is, like that area right there. So I like to start off my wig really small at the back and gradually increase how much hair is on the sides. That's something that I've always done. Even though this part is sped up, but you'll notice that I'll only go through the actual width of the bundles when I'm starting and ending a track. Other than that, I'm going under and over the weft, not through it. So I hope that makes sense to you. So I'm only going through the wefts when I'm starting or ending a section, and then I'll just flip the hair over so I don't cut any tracks. I simply flip the hair over, and you can see here I'm increasing, like I said, the sides for my wig. So you'll notice once I get towards the middle that the complete sides of the wig will be covered with hair. And again, I just use T-pins to keep my place, and I do this all over the wig, so nothing's gonna change with this part of the hair. That's why it's so sped up, because I'm not doing anything special. I'm literally flipping over the hair when my section is done and folding over the hair when I thread. So I'm not going through the hair when I'm actually like threading the length of the bundle. I'm only going through the weft when I'm ending or starting a track. So here is one bundle completed. So this is about how much space I was able to accomplish on the wig cap with one bundle. This is bundle number 2. So I got quite a lot done here, and the third bundle is all that we have left to do. So I'm going to show you how I do the rest of this wig. So again, it's the same process. I'm just going to line up this third bundle up where the second bundle left off. Again, the wefts are doubled, and I'm going, you know, starting, I go through the track, ending, I go through the track. But when I'm just sewing, you know, across the weft, I'm just going over and under, or under and over, whichever way you want to say that. The only other part that I want to comment on is when you are doing your final lash track, you want it to be against the closure, so that way it's not any spaces or gaps. You can see that I'm putting this track right against the closure, making sure that no space is between this lash track and the closure. Shoot, I'm even sewing some of the track onto the closure, if that makes sense. So I just do not want any space here. You want it to look complete, and you don't want any gaps. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish off this track here. Then I'm just going to knot it at the end. I go ahead and cut the thread and go ahead and cut off that extra hair there. And then your wig is pretty much complete. So now that the wig is finished, this is about how much hair I have left over. There's probably somewhere on the wig where I could still add in this hair, but I'll do that later. Like, this was really late at night, so I definitely want to get into bed after this. But I'm just going to brush the hair one good time or so. And now this is another important step. You want to cut out, to just make sure that you cut as much of that as you can without cutting any thread. So don't cut any, you know, of the thread when you're doing this. And also go ahead and cut away the extra lace that is at the front of your closure. You do not need that. Now some extras about the wig. I bought these wig combs on eBay for a pack of 20 for like $5 or so, and I have some elastic here that I got from Hobby Lobby. So just cut a piece of elastic to a comfortable size. It's not going to be too tight for your head, and mark out where you want to put some wig combs. Wig combs are optional, so you don't have to do this, but Again, I'm just going to sew the combs and this elastic band around my wig, and it'll keep it in place a lot better than without it. So yeah, and I can also pull this hair up into a ponytail, no issues. So for my initial style, I just decided to do some really quick flexi rod curls that were really simple to put in. I put some wrap lotion on my flexi rod curls whenever I do these, so that way it just holds a little bit better. So I just unravel all of those. So you can see there's a little bit of spacing in the back, which I don't mind because my tracks don't show like that, but I could possibly put a few, you know, another layer or another row or so of tracks back there with the extra leftover hair, which I might end up doing. So yeah, during this entire wig process, I did get a little bit of shedding just from, you know, going through the bundles, combing it here, but since then, shedding has not been bad at all. But I just want to let you guys know there was a bit of initial shedding, just creating the wig, going through the tracks and things like that. So this is what my hair looks like. It does seem to hold a curl pretty good. My hair has been curly for a few days using this hairstyle. And I just used some water to flatten out the top. Like I said, I will update you guys on this hair. But so far I really like it, and yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how I make my unit. So I use this process for any unit that I make. This hair is super bouncy and I can't even feel it on my head. It's so light. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you truly enjoyed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications so you guys can be notified when I upload new videos, and also give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And lastly, leave me some comments down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.